What is up, guys? It's Sky, and this marks the first episode of the gun review. Today, I'm going to have a look at the DT-12. Now, I know there's a lot of gun review series out there on YouTube. I thought I'd put my own little spin on it. This is actually in tribute to my favorite YouTuber of all time, Bob Loblaw 1978. He's not really around anymore, and he's actually taken his channel down, unfortunately. At least one of you guys probably heard of him. He was a pretty big Call of Duty YouTuber, especially around the time of Modern Warfare 3. I remember binge watching his videos over and over. He was super entertaining, and he had a series called The Gun Review where he broke down the guns and he gave his impression of them, so I thought I'd give it a shot. So without further ado, the DT-12 is a blaster pistol with 40 max damage and 16 minimum damage. This means that it's a 3-shot kill at up to 30 meters and eventually drops off to a 7-shot kill at its maximum range. It's basically positioned as a lower damage DL-44 with better range due to its better damage drop off. Now, like most blasters in the game, the DT-12 actually has an initial spread of 0.1 degrees per shot. This basically means that unlike most guns in the game, there's a level of inaccuracy built into the gun. While most guns initially have no spread and increase as you fire, the DT-12 has spread right from the get-go. While it fares better than the DL-44, you'll find yourself randomly missing shots if you spam the trigger, especially at range. This kinda hurts it in my opinion. Now, the DT-12 recently saw a buff in the last patch where its rate of fire was increased from 180 RPM to 220 RPM, and that put it in line with the legendary DL-44 before DICE neutered it by reducing its fire rate. In my opinion, this buff was sorely needed because a 3-shot kill at 180 rounds per minute is just an eternity, especially when you compare to the E11, which is a 3-shot kill up to 14 meters at 300 rounds per minute. Not only that, but the E11 has no initial spread and way less spread increase per shot. You compare the DT-12, which increases at a rate of 0.2 degrees per shot, and the E11, which increases at a rate of 0.08 degrees per shot. You have an automatic fire weapon that kills faster and is more accurate than the DT-12. And that's really the tale of the tape with the DT-12. It's not very competitive. You see in the gameplay here, I'm running it with Berserker, and with the Berserker damage bonus, it is a whopping 70 max damage, making it a 2-shot kill in close quarters. But so is the E11, so why not just run the E11? In this round of blast that you see in the gameplay, I ended up going 23-3. I tried out the Berserker trait with the DT-12 to try to recreate some of the magic of the legendary DL-44 at launch. And you might be saying, wait, hold on a minute, that's not bad. Why no love for the DT-12? Well, it's one thing when you're playing Blast, and you can play a little defensive, sit back a little bit, rank up the Berserker trait, but jump on an objective game mode like Walker Assault, where you gotta get on that uplink right from the get-go. You're gonna be operating without that damage bonus, and even if you do get rank 3 on your Berserker trait, you're gonna die. You could sit back until you rank up your trait, but every second you spend not pushing the objective, it's just giving the enemy the advantage. So I want a gun that's competitive from the get-go without the need for a damage bonus. And it's interesting because I thought that the buff to the rate of fire, going from 180 rounds per minute to 220 rounds per minute, would bring it in line. But I found that that's just not the case. 3-shot kill is still an eternity at 220 rounds per minute. And that's crazy because the DL-44 was so OP and it was only one less shot to kill. But that just goes to show you the challenge of balancing a gun like that. I mean, lowering the rate of fire of the DL-44 to 180 rounds per minute pretty much killed that gun too, in my opinion. It's still a 2-shot kill, but it's so inaccurate. You're just gonna miss shots for no reason. It's a 2-shot kill that's gonna take you like 3 or 4 shots. I will say this though, I did have a lot of fun with the DT-12, messing around with it in Blast. But for me, that's where it's gonna stay. I'll mess around with it in Blast, but I'm not gonna take it into a serious objective mode. Well guys, thanks for watching. I might do another one of these if the response is good. Anyways guys, catch you later.